options to find the x-intercept. Quadratic formula of the square. So there are certain equations, it's much easier to use quadratic formula, right? And that the reason that you are given the choice, so make sure you pick the best choice possible. So if that equation is in standard form, then what will be your y-intercept? Negative 1 as another period.
0, -1.
That would be the easiest one to find. Your y-intercept is 0, -1. Right. I'm going to use the quadratic formula to find the x-intercept. Anybody call the quadratic formula? What is it? X equal negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus
4ac
over. So in this case, I need to know those parameters, right? And make sure your equation is in standard form, right? You see the f of x equal, y equal, 0 equal, everybody on one, everything is on one side in standard form. In this case, what is a?
2.
A is 2. What is b?
-4.
-4. And what is c?
-1.
-1. So I will use those numbers and I'm going to come plug it here to find my x-intercept if they exist. Alright? Make sure the radicand cannot be negative. If it's negative, that means you have no x-intercept. Make sense? So let's go. X equal minus -4, exactly. Plus or minus root of -4. Again, what to do with -4? You square it. Minus 4 times 2 times -1. And everything is over 2 times 2. That's what you should have. Alright? And I've seen some of you just put this and give me an answer. It's wrong. You have to work it out. Otherwise, I will forfeit the grade. I have to work it out. 2 negative gonna become positive. 4 root of what? 16. That becomes 16. I need to see where that number comes from. And this become what? Positive 8. I can see 2 negatives become positive 8 over 4. X equal 4 plus or minus root of 24. Everything is over 4. This is not a perfect square, but there might be a perfect square inside of that. By any chance, does anybody know which number is perfect inside of 24? 4 times 6. I take 4 times 6, take square root of each one of them. This is a perfect square. This will give me what?
2.
X equal 4 plus or minus 2 root of 6 over 4. For standardized test, that's what they want from you. You have to show that. Simplify your radical. Right? Now, since I'm going to graph it, or before I graph it, right? I need to know where it's lie on the x-axis. Then I can change that to decimal.
Wait, how did you get 2 and 6 again?
4 times 6 is 24.
And you find it.
Take square root of each one of them. Square root of 4 is 2. That's how I get the 2, but the 6 stays in there. The radical, because it's not the perfect square. Right? So far so good. And this, if I was to simplify that, I could have simplified that. Right? 4 by 4, 4 divided by 4, that will have been 1, plus or minus 1 over 2 root of 6, right? This divided by 2, divided by 2, that's why you're going to get half root of 6. Make sense? So far so good? That would be the simplest part of that, right? Or you come here, you find change that in decimal, then you multiply by 2. What is square root of 6? Is the calculator find the value of square root of 6? Then multiply by 2. That will be your decimal equivalent. What is that? Then we will have x equal, right? We go back here, 4 plus or minus 4.9, whatever behind that, right? And everything is over 4. We there all. So far so good? Yes? Alright? Then you can find the equivalent value of that. 81, what do you end up with? When you divide this by this, what do you get? That's how you get the 1. Right? Then you take 4.9 divided by 4. I'll give you 1 plus something again, which is, that's calculator work. 1.22, whatever behind it. So far so good? Yes? So those are your two x-intercepts. The first one here you have 1 plus 1.23, you will have what? 2.23, 0, that's one of them. The other one you subtract it, that's gonna give you a negative 0.23. I don't know if you're doing the mental math correctly, right? If I add it, that will be 2.23. If I subtract it, it's gonna be a negative 0.23. Those are my two x-intercepts. Alright? Now I need to find one more point, which is what? The vertex. I already know my x-coordinate of the vertex here. C minus b over 2a. In the formula here, minus b over 2a. That is your x-axis of symmetry. 4 over 4. That was your 1. Yes? Don't go and compute that again, otherwise you're wasting time. The x-coordinate of the vertex is 1. X is 1. Now I need to find y. I'm going to take that 1 and go plug it here. Are you guys with me? You see it? So I will end up with, find different color. That's my y is equal to 2 times 1 squared minus 4 times 1 minus 1. Whoever using that need to turn it off. Alright? Now I have to use order of operation. Common mistakes. I have to square the 1 first. Do not multiply 2 by 1 then you square it. That's one math. Your number will not be mathing. Order of operation, you do parentheses and what? Exponents first. Therefore you have to square the 1 first. What is 1 squared? 1, then you multiply it by 2. Then you will have y equal 2 for this part. Then that will be minus 4 times 1, which is what? Minus 4 minus 1. Then you will have y equal 2 minus 5. What is 2 minus 5? Y is negative 3. What is my vertex? 1 comma negative 3. This is my vertex. Wait. I'm listening.
How did you get minus 5? Wait. How did you get minus 5?
How did I get minus 5?
You times that. Oh, okay.
4 times negative 1 is negative 4. Minus 1 will give me negative 5.
Yeah.
Right? So far so good. 2 minus 5 is negative 3. So I have my x-intercept, they exist, my y-intercept and my vertex. The only thing I have to do is put them on the coordinate grid on the graph. Right? And those not big numbers, I can use integral of 1. Make sense? You guys therefore are slow. I said whoever think that means you need to turn it off. Zero, negative 1. Where do you go?
0, 1, down 1.
Alright, I'm using 2 units as my 1 unit. So that will be 0, negative 1. That's one of them. That's my y-intercept. 1, negative 3. This is 1. This is negative 2. And this is 1 and negative 3. Alright? Y-intercept. I get my y-intercept. I get my vertex. Now I need to find plot my x-intercept. 2.23, that will be, this is 1, this is 2, that will be 3, 3.23. Technically you're guessing, right? This will have been 2.25, right? 2.50, halfway, more or less somewhere down there. And the other point is what? That is negative 1.23, negative 0.23 will be somewhere down there. Now the only thing I have to do is to connect them to get my U. Right, from my vertex to my x-intercept, y-intercept, x-intercept, and go back. And more or less, that's my U, and this is where x is equal to 1. Then that crop off. Alright? Then you're done. That's your graph.